I have been so blessed to have Patricia as a life partner, and so blessed for both of us to have been given the privilege of being at Grace Church for over 50 of those 57 years. What an amazing gift. A lot of things go through my mind as I go from week to week, trying to help all of us understand the Word of God and something of the seasons in which we now live. I haven't made really any comments about COVID or the lockdown and whatever else is going on in what is called a pandemic. I don't want to offer myself as any kind of an expert, but a rather telling report came out this week, and for the first time, we heard the truth. The CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, which is the national organization, government organization, that is to report to us the truth about disease, said that, in truth, 6% of the deaths that have occurred can be directly attributable to COVID. 94% cannot. Of the 160,000 people that have died, 9,210 actually died from COVID. There is no pandemic. And that's what you've been thinking. We have the responsibility, I think, as spiritual leaders, to be patient until the truth emerges. We've all been suspicious of the fact that we've been meeting together now for weeks and weeks and weeks. We don't know anyone who's ill. Nobody in our congregation has ever been to the hospital with this. It's clear to us the fabrication of numbers because they're including people who had 2 or 3 comorbidities. We know all of that. We know there are reasons for this that have nothing to do with the virus. There's another virus loose in the world, and it's the virus of deception. And the one who's behind the virus of deception is the arch deceiver, Satan himself. And it's not a surprise to me that in the midst of all this deception, the great effort that is going on is to shut down churches that preach the gospel. So, this is not a political speech, by the way. But it does not surprise me that they want to shut down those who preach the gospel, because the architects of this level of deception are not a part of the kingdom of heaven, they're a part of the kingdom of darkness. Deception is Satan's stock and trade. And he is the god of this world, and he uses deception every possible way he can.